like snow. When it falls in the wind, you know. And you, oh, you say.
Hello. So, it is December 1st. As you can tell, I'm starting off really festive today. I actually just got done filming my TBR. Reading-wise, I have not started anything. I have a couple of things in mind since I am participating in multiple readathons this month, but one of them does not start until the 6th. My plan is to hopefully ignore those books until then and start some other ones that I can get through quickly this first week of the month. But I wanted to start this month and start this reading vlog to introduce you guys to a new member of my family. If you've been following my channel here for a little while, you know that I recently lost my cat Aylin a couple months back, and it was an incredibly difficult process to deal with. Not a situation where we thought we would be getting another cat so quickly, but somehow that's what happened. It's something that I've had a hard time wanting to talk to you guys about or bring into these videos in any way because I'm still kind of dealing with that grief of losing Aylin, and it's constantly this battle in my head of, if I share about Willow, am I lessening her memory? And I know that's not true, but that's what's in my head, and it was really hard to kind of get past that, and it's something I'm still constantly dealing with, but I don't want what I'm dealing with over Aylin to kind of affect how I celebrate having this new cat in my life. But with all that being said, her name is Willow. Willow from Buffy. It's a name I've always liked, and for some reason it just kept seeming like it was gonna fit her really well. She is 2.5 years old and was a outdoor cat for a while. My husband's family actually ended up kind of taking her in, so we were just gonna keep her for a few days and see what happened, and she is now stuck with us. I did get stuck all of a sudden. Apparently I really needed to smuggle a puppy. They're very curious about the book stack going on. Are you gonna help me read those? Pretty sure that was a no. So I figured while I was down here, I don't normally do this on this channel anymore. I used to talk about Bath & Body Works stuff a decent amount in the early stages of this channel before it was book related. So to like take a second from having to get these photos and everything filmed, I'm going to just kind of show a little bit of Bath & Body Works stuff that I got. I have a couple of wall plugins. I have to be careful burning candles because Willow is strange with candles and doesn't quite realize that fire equals burn. First time I tried burning a candle with her here, she decided to stand over it. She didn't hurt herself or anything. She's fine, but she didn't quite realize that she was standing over a candle. So she did cinch her fur a little bit and I had to pick her up really quickly. The first one is Fresh Balsam, which is my favorite winter scent just altogether. I love the smell of Christmas trees, and this is the best Christmas tree scent. And the other one is at least new to me, but it is Peppermint Sugar Cookie. I'm iffy on peppermint scents when it comes to the candles and things like that because they can be too strong. This one mixes what I love about like baked good scents with that little bit of peppermint that makes it holiday-like. And then I got a couple of candles. The first one is a large of the Merry Cookie, which is so good. And then the last two candles that I picked up were just some of the smaller sized ones because I really like the designs of these. The first one is 'Tis the Season. I love these covers on these. I think they're really gorgeous. 'Tis the Season is another favorite of mine that I really enjoy. It just smells like holiday. Then the last one, I just got a full candle of the Fresh Balsam because, like I said, I love the smell of trees, especially during the Christmas time. That is that. I need to get up and actually continue doing things.
I'm lacking sincerity, but you don't care at all. Miss Booze lit cigarettes trying to take me home.
So I finally do have a reading update. I am home and I have a kind of a large reading update because I haven't been vlogging this entire time. I have finished 2 books. The first one was Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. I really liked it. It just, let me get to the premise of the actual book first. So this is following 2 characters who have had to be partners in their class for the entire year, and they pretty much hate each other because they're 2 completely opposite personalities. We're mostly following Prudence as she is a very quick to judge kind of person. After a accident, ends up getting the ability to grant instant karma on whoever she wants. The entire idea of the instant karma ability in this wasn't really necessary. It was very just kind of thrown in there as an extra thing that would be mentioned very rarely, especially as you're getting towards the end of the book. It's just not mentioned very much, and then by the end it's just kind of wrapped up really quickly. There's no explanation for it. It doesn't really do much, and honestly wouldn't change the plot very much in my opinion. Even stronger and been completely fine on its own without that kind of supernatural weird element that was trying to be thrown into it. With that being said, this is a very sweet story. Really enjoyed seeing them kind of see each other's perspectives on this situation, and it was very cute and sweet, and their relationship is wonderful. I enjoy both of them as characters. Even Prudence being very frustrating in some moments, you really see her grow and change throughout this book and realize that she needs to do things differently. I wish the karma part of it wasn't in there, because I feel like that really takes away from it and it distracts from it. To break down what this is completing, for the first readathon, I was using this for blue or water themes. This was being used in Reindeer Readathon for Blitzen, which was a book with some sort of struggle. Today I mentioned was the start of the Disney Channel games, so I did start my first book for that, which was Of Curses and Kisses, and I actually was able to finish it today. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling set in a fancy academic school setting. It's a very simple, straightforward Beauty and the Beast retelling, but with an interesting kind of twist on the curse and everything. This is another one though where I felt like the curse aspect could have not really been there and it would have been fine. Like, it was trying to have a magical element but then gave up by the end of it, because there wasn't really any kind of real magical element to this. It is very much a contemporary, but I did really enjoy it. I think these characters are super sweet. I think their relationship is really adorable. It was very easy and very fast and fun to get through. I ended up giving this 4 stars. To talk about what it completes for these readathons, the first I was using this for a magical book. Then for Reindeer Readathon, this I was using for Prancer, which was a book that has a map in it. And then for the first in the Disney Channel games, this was being used for Alphabet Goop, which was a random letter. It is Monday. My days are all confused and I'm super tired, so my brain is working really slow. I stopped in at Starbucks, so hopefully this will help me kind of perk up for the night at least. For a small reading update, I decided to pick up Broken Prince by Aaron Watt. This is the sequel to Paper Princess. I have probably about 2.5 hours left in the audiobook at this point. My hope is to finish this tonight, so I'm gonna kind of just put that on and just do other things. Good morning. It is Tuesday. I wanted to do kind of this last clip because I ended up watching Love Actually with my husband last night, so I didn't get the chance to do my final clip for this vlog. I did actually finish Broken Prince. I will never fully know how I feel about this. So a while back I ended up reading the Ruby Red trilogy. Kirsten Gier is the author for that series, and I kind of have the same feelings about that series that I do this one, where it's extremely enjoyable and you're kind of flying through it really quickly without realizing it, but it's not necessarily good. These are two completely different series. I wouldn't compare them story-wise or anything. I'm just talking overall enjoyment. Starts as a story where our main character has just lost her mom, is kind of struggling to deal with just being on her own without her school figuring out that her mom has passed away, and she's working at a strip club to try and have money, and it's just a really tough situation. And then one day at her school, a man shows up and ends up saying that he is the friend of her father and is now technically her caregiver and her guardian. So she kind of gets thrown into this really extreme world of insane rich people is how I would simply put that. Weird family in a weird school that she ends up going to, and everybody's rich and crazy. It's disturbing and it's weird and it's uncomfortable, and these characters aren't good characters by any means, but you start getting really drawn in and attached. This series is addictive. A very crazy series, and I would kind of categorize this as like a soap opera where absolutely ridiculous things are happening and you're just addicted to learning what's happening next. But I ended up giving this 3 stars. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week.
Yeah.